Girl, you so special.
So special, baby.
I don't mind being disrespectful.
I don't mind.
Girl, you so special.
We so disrespectful. Oh.
Girl, you can call my phone at 4 in the morning. Girl, you can ride shotgun every time I'm rolling. Girl, you can come with me to her favorite diner. She even took me home so I could meet her mama.
This is the Disrespectful Lady. I'm your host, Dr. J. Wagwan! Wagwan! I miss you all. Thank you for joining us for another beautiful show. This week, I wanted to recap on the debate, the last debate between Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. But I feel like, what's the point? Let's just get down to the bottom of it. Let's get down to the nitty-gritty of it all. What I want to discuss today is the importance of going out there to vote. I know several people. I know a lot of people, actually, and very intelligent, smart, educated, beyond your imagination. But these are intelligent people that I value very much, and their stance on this election is that they're not going to go vote. And I understand why, because the truth is they're both liars. No one likes Hillary or Donald. I mean, in the history of election, no one has ever seen anything like this, where two candidates are disgustingly just disgusting. No one cares for either one of these candidates, and it's really unfortunate, but this is where we are. What's the point? No one really cares about the debate because nothing changed. Hillary was very professional. Hillary tried to drive her point home, and Donald Trump was as usual, sarcastic, had nothing to contribute but be an arrogant piece of what he is. So here we are. What do we want to discuss this week? I want to discuss the importance of voting. I want to try and encourage and motivate all of you out there to go out and vote and to bring someone with you. I know a lot of people, educated, intelligent people, and yet they all have this stance that because both candidates are so terrible that they're not going to go out and vote. I am urging you all as a people. I am asking, I am begging, we have to get up and get out there and vote. They're already trying to steal the election. Listen, there are states that are voting early. One of the young ladies that was voting actually FaceTime live that she voted for Hillary Clinton, but her machine jumped to Donald Trump. And when she left, she told a friend that, and they were like, no, you got to go back in and report. Here I am asking you all, whatever happens when you go out there to vote in the next 2 weeks, it's about 12 or 13 days before we go out there and vote. When you go out there to vote, make sure that if there is anything going on that makes you feel uncomfortable, you report it. Because this lady was voting and her machine jumped. And a friend told her to go back and let them know. So they did two things. They said they would either recalibrate the machine or they took the machine out of working order. This is detrimental for this election because they're trying to steal the election. They're saying that it's rigged, but it's rigged on their behalf. So we have to get out there and make our voices be heard. They are trying to steal this election. Remember what happened with Bush in Florida with all those machines? That stuff is real. They are trying to take this election, yet in all, they're making it seem as though it's us that is trying to rig the election. Okay. So if you go out there and you encounter any issues with your machine, such as it jumping, such as it not allowing you to pick your candidate choice, please, there are always 2 polling inspectors at each machine. 2 for the Democratic Party, 2 for the Republican Party. Let them know what happened. Let them know what's going on with your machine. If you see something that makes you uncomfortable, let them know because you have to say something. Otherwise, there's a possibility that the Republican Party may steal this election from us. They are trying, the Republican Party is trying to somehow manipulate this election. We already see that. I mean, how in the world did Donald Trump even get this nomination? They're turning right now because they themselves cannot understand how he got it. They're, okay, the independent party, they opened up this, whatever the situation was, he got the nomination, and now they're trying to steal the election. We as a people have to try and do something about this. They're trying to steal this election. Remember what happened in Florida with Bush? It's the same thing with Gore. They're trying to steal the party. The difference was when the results came back that Bush won, even though they stole it and Gore didn't, Gore honored that decision. He honored it to keep peace in the country and to allow this country to move forward. But in this case, that's not going to be the case. They're speculating that if Donald Trump loses, he's going to contest the election. If Donald Trump loses, he's going to try and say that, no, it wasn't the case, and he's going to go and cry like a big baby and contest this election. Now, this is serious because this can start a civil war. We all see the people that are voting for Donald Trump, and you see how hard they go, and you see how violent they are. There's a serious possibility that these people can start a civil war, and what is it going to do for our country? As a country, as a nation, we need to try and stand together. Donald Trump is not showing us that. That's why he's not the candidate to be our president. This man is not showing unity. He's not trying to show solidarity. This man just wants to do one thing. He wants the White House because it's down the block from his hotel. He just opened up his hotel yesterday. I mean, this is crazy. You're running for president, yet you're opening up a hotel right down the block. Because yet and still, all he wants is to be on Pennsylvania Avenue. He wants to win. This is not a man that wants to do anything for us as a people, as Americans. He doesn't want to help our economy. He doesn't want to help the immigration status. He doesn't want to help blacks and police. He just wants to win so that he can be in the White House and manage his hotel down the block. Now, how about that? All jokes aside, they are trying to steal this election. If anything happens to your machine, say something. But like I said, this woman voted for Hillary Clinton and watched the machine jump to Donald Trump. This is serious. If you're not paying attention and you think you voted for Hillary and you walk away or look away, you never know what can happen. Pay attention when you go out there and you vote. Make sure that your vote is heard. And for all the people that do not think that their vote matters somehow because neither candidate are of their standard, neither candidate is trustworthy, we know this. But we have to vote for the lesser of the two evil. We have to make sure that we at least have somebody in office that represents what America is. And Donald Trump does not represent America. So here we are. People, I know that neither one are good. No one likes either one. Neither one can even be trusted. But please, get up, get out, and vote. As a whole, we can do so much better. Ironically enough, because of all of the women coming out against Donald Trump and claiming all these ill acts that have been done to them and sexual harassments with Donald Trump, a lawyer went to the Hollywood Walk of Fame and actually crushed Donald Trump's star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. He's a lawyer. He said he's going to turn himself in, but he took the star because he wants to sell it, and he said he's going to donate the proceeds to women that have been accusing Donald Trump. I mean, this is crazy. I'm not asking anyone to go out there and take any tactics like this or measures like this because this is what Donald's people does, and this is not what we are. We are what Michelle says. They go low, we go high. There was no need to defame his star on the Walk of Fame. Just do not vote for the man. How we can get him back, how we can save our nation is to get up, get out, and go vote for Hillary Clinton. This is the Disrespectful Lady. I'm your host. The presidential debate, the presidential candidacy, nomination. There's an election happening in about 12, 11, 10 days. People, get up, get out and vote. Do it early in the morning before work because the lines are long after work. But even if the lines are long after work, stand on that line. It's worth it. Bring someone with you. Please, our country needs this. It's the Disrespectful Lady. I'm your host, Dr. J. Wagwan. So this week, let's talk about overtime. And let's talk about how women are the new slaves in the workforce, especially the black woman. Listen, I heard something on the news about how women work more than men. Theoretically, it's about 13 minutes a day, which sounds like nothing, but it equates to about 79 hours, which is about 3.5 to 4 days a year that women work more than men. And that's also because of the unpaid work that we do at home with our children, with the household, doing the laundry, the cleaning, the cooking. So women work more. My philosophy is this: the black woman is the new slave. Do you want to know why I think that? Because they somehow managed to brainwash the black woman into believing that you need an education, so go to college. Now when you graduate from college, get a job. Now you got this job and you got to work overtime because now you got to pay off your student loan, and you got to get a car because you got to go to work, and you got to get a big fancy house so you can show people that you got this college degree and you got this big fancy house that you got to pay for. Your time is spent working to pay bills, to pay for an education, to pay for a car, to pay for a home that you're practically not in because you're overtiming, a car that you barely drive because you're overtiming, and a family that you barely have because you're overtiming. The black woman is the new slave, and it's unfortunate. We somehow have been convinced that we don't need a man. I don't need a man because I could take care of myself. I could take care of my children. I get my nails done. I got my own car. I got my own house. They somehow managed to convince us that this is life without a family, without a husband, without children. And this is because they locked up all our black men. And yes, most of our black men are either in jail or on a down low. And there aren't enough left for us. What's crazy is this. I say this all the time. Everybody else wants our black man. The white woman, the Spanish woman, the Asian woman, the every kind of woman